Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ enjoy. Until I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you all. Bye.
Dorothy's story. I'm only telling my own side of the story and what I know. If you want to hear about her story, when she's ready, when she has put herself together very well, she will come and talk. Because by the time I will meet her, I met a woman whose thoughts, whose emotions has really been messed up. She tried to explain what happened. And by then, before then, I had already put this story out and reposted from where I saw it. And the couple involved took me to court. So when I was taken to court, good enough, this is America. The judge asked, what did I do? They said I was talking about them, blah, 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 on social media. I love America for one thing. Despite everything, they are still good in a lot of ways. And the judge said, okay, as it is, don't speak about these people again. Go and pull the video down. And don't you ever mention their name. Go near them. Talk to them. Talk about them on your page by mentioning their names. I said, okay. After that, they went to court again. They were not satisfied. They sure wanted to put me into trouble. That was the one that affected my job. It affected my job because I didn't know they took me to court again. I didn't get any paper. I didn't get any notice. And I think after waiting for a while, the court didn't see me. They put a warrant on my head. That warrant they put on my head, if to say I have any issue on the road and police stop me, the next thing is, if the police should check my name on their system and they see that warrant, what they would do right on the street is to put handcuff on me and arrest me. But because my hands are clean in this case, I don't know much about what really transpired except what I was told. And I have not seen any law that says you can't stand with somebody. So that God save me. No, police no arrest me. I didn't have any issue for police to stop me on the road. How did I know there was warrant on my head? When it was time for my place of work to check my background check, to do my background check, you know, there are some places of work where they do background check. Yes, if I get pulled over on the road, that would have been a big problem for me. But good enough, I never get pulled over. I never had issues for police to stop me for any reason or that or whatever. So it was the background check that made me know there was a warrant on my head. So my job did background check and they saw the warrant. And they said, sorry, you can no longer work for us. What did I do? And they put it there. They told me I have a warrant on my head. Warrant? At that point, that same day, I went to the courts. And I spoke to the court and they said, yes, you have a warrant that you have been given letter to come to court. You refuse. I said, I never got any letter. I never got any letter. If I get letter, I will come. I never got any letter. They said more than 3 times they brought letter to me. I said, no, I never got any letter. They said, okay, as it is, they will call me back. Okay, so I left. No job. I went back home. At that point, I was like, what is this? I knew by then it was because of that particular case, because they gave me the documents in the court to know why. And I said, okay. So by then, I already have Dorothy's contact. So I called her. I said, look at what is happening. She started begging me. I said, no, don't beg me. You have not offended me. You didn't do me anything. Why are you apologizing? I said, it just tells me that this is really huge. Just keep safe. By then, I've never met her. I've never met her. I've never seen her. I only got her contact from somebody who knows her, and I spoke with her. So after that, about a week or 2 weeks after, I got another letter to come to the courts. They purposely gave wrong information. I want to believe they purposely did. Because the first time they gave me letter the first time where I went to court, right? So I believe they purposely did the second one with a wrong address. I want to believe, or whatever, whichever way. I don't know how they did it, but I was not told. I didn't get no letter. So after that, they sent me a letter to come back to court, and I went to court. On getting to court, the court told me, no, actually they called me. They called me that particular case has been thrown away, that there is no reason to do the case. So as it is, I should just come to the court. I need to come and sign some papers and all of that, blah, blah, blah. So I went to the court. I signed the document they asked me to sign, and they said that is the end of the case, but I should never mention their names again. Now, after that, they now said I needed 1 year for that issue to go off my record, meaning I cannot work with my place of work again for the next 1 year until the record clears off my history. Wow. I said, okay, no problem. Good enough, this is America, where we have lots of options to work. I'm not a criminal. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I've never had any issue with the law. But it's all okay. So I look for another job, and good enough, that other job paid me off. The other job paid me off, and it's even that job that I used to buy this house I'm living in. So, and that was that. So I didn't know I've never met Dorothy. But I do call on her once in a while to check up on her. And she told me the side of the story of what was going on. When she told me about that story, of course, like every other person, I asked a lot of questions for clarification. How did this happen? Like I said, I'm not going to tell the story. She is going to tell her own story by herself. It's her story, it's not my story. But the part I am involved is what I'm talking about, and why I am saying I stand with Dorothy and I will stand by her. There is no law that says one should not stand by somebody. Secondly, for those of you, I'm doing this particular show for those people who are religious people, who does not know or understand, who live in denial and want everybody to live in denial too. I am talking to the likes of people who think life should be as they want it, or as their God or their religion wants it. No, life is not like that. The reality here is somebody who lost a daughter. This lady, according to the story, the moment that child was taken from her, has been mourning that baby until the last day. Until the last day. And because I know, after we eventually met, how did we meet? I think it was a Christmas, and a thought just came to me. And I called her, I said, Miss Dorothy, what are you doing for Christmas? She said, nothing. I said, what do you usually do for Christmas? That was when she opened up to me that she doesn't have friends. That she has friends, but not as if she doesn't have friends, but she has decided to keep a very private life. I said, why? She told me the reason why. How people have judged her. How a lot of people have condemned her. how people see her for who she is not. She shared a lot with me, and I said, wow. I said, wow. Do they know the full story? She said some know the full story, some don't. And she said because of that, she has really kept a low profile for over 20 years in this country. Meaning all Dorothy does is to wake up, walk, and sleep, go to grocery and back home, go to store and back home. She has clothes, she has hardly wear. She has shoes, she hardly wears. If she dresses, is to take picture. If she dresses, is to do videos she never posted. While we went for this our 2-day vacation, she was showing me a lot of videos that she did. I said, why are you not posting? She said she doesn't want people talking, that she only tries to post once in a while. I said, post all these videos. These are beautiful videos. These are beautiful videos. And you know what? She's very good in video production. She said at a point, she immersed herself in cooking and doing food. That is how she occupies her weekend. She will cook, do the video, and post. She said at a point, she got discouraged again. So she will start something, she will stop it. She will start something, she will stop it. You know why? The motivation is not there. You know why? The support is not there. The encouragement is not there. And most importantly, our mind is divided. Our mind is, half of it is here, half of it is at the other side, where our treasure is. You know what I mean by that? So, most times, she can't put herself together. When I saw the things she was, I said, even before the incident, I said, come on. I said, continue with this thing. These are the beautiful things you can be doing. If I said this kind of a thing will even help you out of your pains, distract your mind, and before you know it, get better. She says she's trying, but there are times when she wants to do something, by the time she will see the girl's picture, she made a very big frame of that girl's picture. I don't know what to say. I can't imagine in that she puts in the living room. As she's going, she's coming. The picture is still there as I'm talking. She will waka, now that picture she go see. She goes back, now that picture. So, I for her to do that, the first day I will see the picture in her living room. Good morning, everyone. Munkinyi, please. This is a very serious issue. That's why it's like I'm not greeting. I'm greeting every one of you as you are joining me. The first day I will see the picture in her room. I'm like, wow. In our living room, I'm like, what do we have here? I didn't even know that she will never set her eyes on that child. I didn't even know. I'm sure she never knew she would never see that child again. She was just hopeful. She was just dreaming. Having that hope that one day she has prayed. She's a prayerful person if prayer works. She's very, very religious till now. And I'm not taking her religion from her. Very, very religious person. She has prayed. She has fasted. She has done all she could, hoping that one day, because under the law, once a child is 18, that child has the right to start making decisions for her life. 18 years, nothing. 19 years, nothing. 20 years, nothing. 21 years, nothing. 22. And the next news was what she got. And I was in Nashville the day she would call me. Immediately I got to Nashville, I entered the hotel. I was putting down my bag when she said I was the first or second person she would call on that day. Immediately she had the news. Immediately I saw my phone ringing. I thought she wanted to check up on me, to ask me how was my trip. And the next thing I had on the phone was, Emma Bo, Nibolewa, Emma Bo, Emma Boke. I said, Emma Bo, Iya Beji, any suru. What is going on here? She was shouting, Emma Bo, wọ́n ti bà tèmi, wọ́n ti bà tọ̀tá wọn jẹ́ o, wọ́n ti bà tọ̀tá wọn jẹ́ o, wọ́n ti ṣe kíní kan. Emma Boke, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Mi ò sí nílé. I told you I was traveling. I just got to my destination right now. I'm just lodging into the hotel, putting my bags down this second. I am not around. What happened? She said, he's my child, oh, he's my child, oh. What happened to your child? Which of your children? Now she mentioned her. Hey, mo gbé o, ìkúnlẹ̀ abiyamọ. I said, what we are expecting that one day, what we are expecting that soon. How did it happen? Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? She was shouting, ẹ ṣáà máa bọ̀, mo ní mi ò sí nílé sẹ́. At that point, the next thing is, who do we call? I don't know anybody with her. Remember I told you guys that I didn't know her before. Kuromi, come on girl, everything is fine. Come. Hi Kuromi. You see how intelligent a dog is. That dog sensed that something was wrong the way I was talking now. Kuromi, come on girl. Come on. Everything is fine. Hi Kuromi. Come on girl. Hi Kuromi. This is my smiling face. Ordinary dog can sense a sad incident. How much less human being? And some human beings are so insensitive to spew rubbish on this woman. Because you saw her. You think she's over it? Kuromi, stop. Come on. Come on, girl. Come. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on. Come on. You see Romy? Come on, girl. Come on. Jẹ́ n gbé ẹ sẹ́sẹ̀. Mo ń bọ̀ kí n lè gbé kó sódà dákẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ n fi nǹkan tàn sódà máa gbé sẹ́sẹ̀ mi. She's sensing something is not right. So, like I was saying, at a point I asked her. She said she's telling her story. She said she was telling her story, but it seems that her page is always being flagged, you know. So how did I get to know her? Like I said, it was that particular Christmas I invited her over. I said, since you are not going to know anywhere, when she told me the story, that everybody, that a very good friend, she keeps mentioning that lady, if you have watched her video. That's a very good friend. I eventually met her. That's a very good friend is always shuttling between Ghana and Nigeria and America. And she's not around for now. That was that Christmas when I get to meet her. Then that particular day, she called me to break the news to me while I was in Nashville. I now said, please, can you give me the number of that your friend that you are always talking about? She has very beautiful story to talk about that, her friend, how that lady has worked a lot of work with her. You know, like I said, I'm not telling her story. I don't know much about her, except what she has told me. So she's in the better place to tell the story more, especially concerning the particular child, okay? So I'm just talking where I got to meet her and why I'm giving her the support that I'm giving her because people have started talking, okay? And before you guys go on to talk more, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀, I'm very sure you are watching me. I'm sure you will see my channel. For you to have seen the video we put out, it means you are either following me or following Dorothy. And you must know me. Okay? So I'm passing a message to every one of you to leave Dorothy alone. Let Dorothy live her life the way she wants to live it. Kono Michelle, I'm sure she will be shocked to see me come online. Yes, talking about this. So like I was saying, I now said, please, can I have the number of that your friend? Can I have the number of that your friend, Mookie? Mookie, I think that the lady's name is Mookie, that you are always mentioning. So she gave me the lady's number. I said, please text the number to her. I was able to calm her down a little bit at that time because she was really, really beside herself. She was just shouting, Emma Bow, Tani Kingpe, Emma Bow. For her to think of me at that moment means I mean something to her. It means she sees in me the strength she needed at that moment. Why am I saying this? I remember when I lost my late husband. The second day when we got back to the house, the first person I was asking for was a woman that I became friends with who lost her husband, not knowing mine was going to happen to me. Gbogbo wa tá ń wò mí wá yà ní fojú sunkún ọmọ. Àní mọ nǹkan tó ń pè ní ikú ọmọ lágbára Ọlọ́run. I went to that. I said, please, ẹ bá mi pè Mrs. Esenwa. That was how I was screaming on that day. Where is Mrs. Esenwa? Where is Mrs. Esenwa? Everybody was, who is Mrs. Esenwa? I was shouting, help me to call Mrs. Esenwa. I want to see Mrs. Esenwa. So I understand her pains that day. She was saying, Emma Bo. And they called her Mrs. Esenwa for me. They saw her number on my phone. They called her. She couldn't believe her eyes. She rushed. She left everything she was doing at work, rushed down to me, my place. Immediately I saw her. I just felt a bit better. I hugged her. I held on to her as if my life depended on it. So I know what she was feeling on that day. So I said, can you give me Mookie's number? She gave me the lady's number. And I called the lady. I said, please, where are you? Where are you? I'm in Nashville. If I'm not in Nashville, I'll be there in the next 5 minutes. Where are you? The lady said, I am like 1.5 hours away and I'm busy here. I will see what I can do and rush down to her place. Hey, that means she's alone. Our children are in school. Oh my God. I now called her. Who else can we call? She said she has called some people. She doesn't even know what to do. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know why this. She was just saying all sorts. And I understand. I said, wow. At a point, I stopped calling her. I now started focusing on calling that Mookie lady. And Sister Mookie, please, where are you? She said, I'm about to leave. I said, please, once you get there, let me know. I am very far away. At a point, I was even thinking of changing my tickets to go back. But I was like, what difference will that make? Just 2-3 days? I may even want to change. And they said there is no space. I said, okay, let me just see what I can do. So, as at that time, I wasn't with her, but I was with her in my mind, And at the end of the day, the Sister Mookie was able to join her. Very wonderful lady. She left everything she was doing, left work, and forgot work at that moment. And Mookie stood with her. And immediately I came back, I went to see her. When I saw her, I saw a different Dorothy. Not the Dorothy I saw the last time I saw her. I think after some time, one or twice, I invited her for party. I said, I don't go to party much. But I invited her to a party. She didn't even stay at that party. She would just stay a little bit and go. The last party, I said, let's go together. At that party, she was already saying, when are we going? When are we going? That is how much she has been damaged. She feels somehow to even enjoy her life. I said, why are you in a hurry? He said, I said, no, we are not going yet. Oh yeah, Ejo. You kuku know me. And I didn't get to this stage too easily. Like I shared with her during this our trip. We were able to talk a lot during this last trip that we went for these 2 days. I told her it took me 15 years to get to this stage that I am. People are just seeing the 5 years of my life. They didn't see the 15 years of my life, where all I do is walk back to my house. Walk back to my house. No pleasure, no living. Because of what people will say. Because people are talking. Because people would rather see me being buried along than to live and take care of my children. I told her a lot what I had. I said there is nothing anybody will tell her now that is new that I've not had. She started saying a lot of things. She shed more light on the story. And I told her, I said at this point, reality and acceptance is all you need. And of course, nobody can tell you when to get to that stage of that acceptance. Grief is in stages in life. And people get to it according to their strengths. The first stage is denial, where you find it very unbelievable that you have lost somebody, a loved one. That denial will just come. No, Koribe. While we were talking about this thing right there, I was to do something on my profile. I saw a friend that we grew up together. We did childhood together. Though it's been long I saw her last. But we grew up together, as in we sleep in each other's house. When my mother is not around, she comes to sleep in my house. When our own mother is not around, I will go to their house. We were that close when we were growing up. And our parents were that close. We were selling in the same place. So we are more like sisters. But it's been long I spoke to her. I think the last time I spoke to her was when I lost my husband or so. I can't remember. But I know it's been long. Only for me to go to social media and I saw that she's lost her husband. I was like, what? So I called her. I said, Ore, what's happening? I just saw this thing. She now explained to me. She was beside me. And while she was talking, Dorothy could hear everything we were discussing. And from there, she could hear some truths too. You know, nobody prays for this thing. And it comes when you least expect. I have seen people who lost their wife. I've seen people who lost children. I've seen people who lost husband. I've seen people lost mothers. I've seen people lost fathers. I've seen people lost sisters, lost brothers. You can never tell. It is unfortunately the painful side of life. Nobody, I repeat, nobody wants to live in this life. I saw a very good quote from one of our followers here, subscriber, Jude Nwachuku. You must have been seeing his comment on my channel. He's very active on this channel. I saw this comment on one of the posts I put yesterday. On that post, Jude says something. I'm going to read it out to us. That post for very important. And I think I spoke about the last 5 years was tough. I was about getting a closure again. I lost my younger brother. Yes, I know you lost somebody recently too, when you came to tell us that you just lost a loved one. Now, somebody put something on this place, on my Facebook page. I'm going to read it out to you because it's very relevant. I find it very useful. He said, my grandfather say you cannot be lost because you lost your valuable. I think I said this thing, not this way, few days ago when we were discussing something. I said when something happens to you, you don't handle it well, it can destroy the good things around you. For one or two people who are looking at Dorothy today, especially since 2 days ago, that I posted a video of how we went out. And when we went out, I was the one that invited Dorothy out. Why did I invite her out? I felt she needed a fresh breath. No matter how little, she needs it. Because all she does in that her house is to cry, walk and cry, walk and cry. Because each time she has to move, she's staring at the picture of the baby, of the child. Each time she has to do anything, she turns around, she's looking at the portrait of that child. I am not going to be the one to tell her what to do about the picture. If she feels she wants to keep it, why not? That's the memory. Grieving, many of us, especially from a part of the world, we believe grieving is in wearing black clothes. When you see somebody wear black clothes, no earring. Sorry, I'm not wearing black clothes for anything. So you can see, this is exercise, thumbs up. I just had my exercise this morning. So once I'm done now, I'll go take a shower and do the next show before I go out. If you are looking at her now and you think she doesn't deserve to be happy, she will tell you that when your child or you fall into such problem, you will never get out of it. Is that what you want us to tell you? So because she's not wearing that clothes, because you saw her smiling on that camera, you think the grief is over. No, she's still grieving. I can say it categorically, she's still grieving. I am the one telling her, yes, you are grieving, but do other stuff so that your grieving moments will not be too long. So that, just like this adage says, you don't lose a valuable. You don't get yourself lost because you lost a valuable. Because you still have other valuables that still need you. When this thing happened, she was going berserk. Our children said, Mommy, remember we are still here, please, we are begging you. Mommy, please, we are begging you, we are still here. Mommy, remember we are still here. Mommy, we are begging you, please. If anything happens to you, how do we survive? Our other children who are still in school, that was the cry. To their mother. And when I heard that, I said, Iyabeji, ma ba yin jà. Iyabeji, ma ba yin jà. If your children can say that you should think of them, yes, you have to think of them. They are not being selfish. They need you. You brought them into the world. Auntie ni mo tẹ́ má bínú. Àwọn èèyàn castigate lady yẹn, I'm so sorry. I should have warned you ahead that it's going to be emotional. You saw a video. Even that video, at a point, that short video, those videos that I was posting, I still have some of them. I was the one who said, she said, Kí la fẹ́ ṣe? Mo ní, ẹ má bọ̀. Kí la fẹ́ ṣe? I told you how that break wasn't what it was supposed to be. We didn't have fun for that break. No. We didn't enjoy that break. She could not even settle to enjoy her life, to even enjoy that moment, that 48 hours I paid for. She could not even settle to enjoy that 48 hours. Because she's used to, you people out of your ika, you have made her to be used to that kind of life. No, she's not going to live that life anymore. As long as we are alive, she's alive, I'm alive. She is not going to live that life. No. That chapter is closed in her life. That era is gone and gone forever. judge her, condemn her, say whatever you want to say. That is your cup of tea, and your opinion on her life does not matter. No, your opinion on her life does not matter. You are not the one paying her bills. You are not the one paying her children's school fees. You are not the one who has kept her alive to see today. You don't know the pains she's masking. Let her mask it. Please allow her to mask her pain until she feels better. I will make sure I take her to places. I will drag her if I have to drag her here. I don't tell her. Iyabeji, mo ma fi irun yín fà yín jáde. Enough of what people will say. Enough of what anybody will say. This is your life. This is your pain. You are the one carrying the pains. You are the one wearing the shoes. Nobody should tell you how to mourn. Nobody should tell you how to grieve. And nobody should tell you you don't have right to, or it's too early. Nothing is too early. Nothing, no time. It's early for you to come out and say you want to start living. I said it is our own part of the world. They will tell you a widow has to stay inside the house for 1 year. Tọ́n bá bí widow yẹn re kó wá ṣerú ẹ̀ l'Amẹ́ríkà. Yes. Tradition and culture has finished us. They've used it. That is why we have a lot of damaged people in the society. Prove me wrong that we don't have mad damaged society. Prove me wrong. Because we have people have to live by our dictates. Either they are strong or they are not. We don't even want to be there. You tell a widow in Nigeria to mourn for 1 year. Everybody will go their way. She's sitting down in one corner for 1 year. But when it comes to a man, does a man mourn for 1 year, staying inside the house, wearing black clothes for 1 year? I repeat it. With your religion, with your culture, if you live in that is why they are called developed world. They don't live in dark ages like we are living. Because somebody who suffered a loss, by the time they start going out, it helps. It heals. They will still come back. It doesn't mean they are not grieving. It doesn't mean they don't love the person they lose. How many videos like Besita? How many videos did we bring out? 13 complain. Ìyá ìbejì ṣé yẹ kẹ́ ti máa ṣe fídíò àbọ̀ lórí burúkú ni yín ni. Ẹ̀yin àǹtí àti mọ̀mísí tẹ̀ ń sórí burúkú ọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ̀yin tó yẹ kó jẹ́ support fún. Ẹ̀yin tó yẹ kẹ́ dì lọ́wọ́ mú. Tẹ rírú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn tí ìyá ìbejì bá jọ ọmọ yín. Ṣé ẹ máa ní pé kó kú? Ìkà ni yín o. Ìkà ni yín o. Tẹ ti ń pè é. Ìyá ìbejì ṣé ó yẹ kó ti máa jó ijó nìyẹn? Ṣé jó lójó yẹn? Ẹ mà níkà o. Ẹ lọ tún fídíò yẹn wò dáadáa. Ṣé ijó nìyẹn? Ẹ̀yin ò rí ijó tèmi ni. You call that dance? Can't you see? She was more like forcing herself to do stuff. And I let her do herself the way she wants. I just wanted to capture those moments. Kóhun náà rí kó rẹ́rìn. And I know how much those videos. She didn't know. I was just like, yeah. She said, yeah, okay, kí ni kí n máa ṣe báyìí àǹtí Àdùnní? I said, do whatever you like. I said, me, I'm going to dance. Oh, yeah. That was when I did like that for her. I was expecting her to join her love. She didn't know what to do. She was dragging my hand. Mo ti rẹ́rìn yó, mo ní ẹ gbà mí. And I love, that is the best part of that, all the videos I did. Because at that point, I could see her coming out gradually. She's not out yet. Ìyá ìbejì ò tí ì jáde. Ó dẹ̀ máa jáde pẹ̀láyọ̀. Kò tí ì jáde. Ó máa jáde pẹ̀lú dùnnú. Kò tí ì jáde. Ó máa jáde ẹ rí ògo àti ẹwà lára ẹ̀. Is that dancing? Go and watch those videos again. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ sọ pé ṣó ti yẹ kó máa jó. Is that dance? Èmi lèmi pull ẹ̀ pé ó yá ẹkún ojoojúmọ́ yìí tí ẹ jáde ó yá ká tí ẹ lọ for 2 weeks. Thank you, Adeola Adenuga. If you pay attention to the details of the video, at a point she was asking me, kí ni kí n ṣe? Ẹ ráṣọ tó wọ̀ gan, mo ní ìyá ìbejì ẹ kàn wọ nǹkan kan ẹ máa bọ̀. Ó ní kí la fẹ́ ṣe, mo ní ẹ máa bọ̀. This is somebody for the past 22 years. Kò ní life. Ìtorí ọmọ. She's not just mourning that child. She has been mourning that child for the past 22 years. Ìtorí ẹ̀ lèmi ṣe sọ fún pé ìyá ìbejì ẹ ti mourn ọmọ yẹn already. Yes. I told her, mo ní ìyá ìbejì, you have mourned that child already. You have been mourning the child for 22 years. Closure leleyi. Yes. Closure leleyi. Closure is always painful too. Yeah, 22 years. She has been crying. 22 years. Closure leleyi. Please allow her to have a closure the way she wants to have it. Tí n bá tún gbọ́ pé olórí burúkú yín tún pé ẹ̀yin onísọkúsọ oníkàntankàntan ẹgbẹ́ religion òfò yín síwájú àti culture òṣì ẹ gbé lọ far. Ẹ gbé lọ far from her. Mo mọ̀ pé ń wo fídíò mi and follow me. Take your religion and whatever it is, take it far from her. Go and tell somebody else. Ẹ lọ máa pàrọwà tẹ́ fi ń ba ayé àwọn èèyàn jẹ́ tí wọ́n á sunkún tí nǹkan á fi bàjẹ́. Tí wọ́n máa sunkún tí wọ́n á fi di wèrè ẹlẹ́sìn. Ẹ gbé síwájú. I have told her if she needs to go for therapy, let her go for it. I have told her get a closure. Brilliant, intelligent lady. Ẹ̀yin onírìlíjọ́ òfò. Ẹ wá pé wá ń sọ kíni ẹ̀yin lẹ máa fún ní time tó máa lò ní. When she's ready, like I said, I'm not telling her story for her. She will come and tell her story. You need to see one of her videos. Ẹ ríru fídíò yìí, if you are not a wicked person, you saw this kind of video. I hope I'll be able to put this video because I refused to watch that video when I saw it. I've told her if they are not, because probably her page is being tampered with, I've told her move to YouTube. Put your story there. Don't mention name. Nobody will say you should not tell your story. Put your story there. You saw this kind of video and a month after you saw this lady. De bayo. Tell me.
Broke me.
How did you watch this lady?
That one broke the bed that day. I was shattered to pieces. I cried throughout that day.
Ẹ wojú ẹ̀.
I was
See her
like,
eyes.
these people have
This
really
was a month ago or
they
so.
don't see me finish.
Or 3 or 4 weeks ago.
These people have really they feel like I'm a nobody. I couldn't understand. I went on my bed. I laid on my bed and I started talking to my God. I said, Lord, must I always suffer? Must people always maltreat me, cheat me? Must I always go through this? That was what I was asking God that morning, that evening. So must I always go through this? What type of life is this? I thought they were playing. So, the next day, out of the blues, something sent me the flyer for my daughter's obituary. Ah! That one broke me more. That one broke me more.
Look at my body.
That one broke me. That one broke me more.
Yeah, baby.
The obituary they did.
I couldn't watch this video, but because I had to do this show, that was why I cut that place, because it's very necessary. Look at my body. You saw this woman in this state weeks ago. And for just one day, you saw her with smile. And you think the next thing is to call her and condemn and judge her. Kò ní dá fún yín bí tẹ́ bá wà. Ṣé bá bí amọ ni yín? You know her story. You know her journey. You know what she went through. Ọdún mélòó ni kó fi mọ̀nà ọmọ yẹn? For 22 years. Tá bá filẹ̀ bó ṣe ń bá lọ yìí, ó lè parẹ́. Tá bá filẹ̀ bó ṣe ń bá lọ yìí, ó lè yí sí nǹkan míì. Tá bá dúró tì, ká fà jáde. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ fi Ìyá Ìbejì sílẹ̀, ẹ̀bẹ̀ ni mò ń bẹ̀. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá rí, tẹ́ bá mọ̀, mo bẹ̀ yín. If you can't give her the needed support to stand on her feet and accept that this has happened, there's nothing she can do. Some of you are even pushing her to go and fight. Fight who? Fight for what again? Kó lè kànràn níbẹ̀, kó rí wàhálà. What is she fighting for again? Please tell me. What will she gain if she fights? No, there are some fights you live for karma to fight. Auntie Nimota, ẹ má bínú mà, I'm hugging you because of you just went through some things. Ẹ má bínú ìyá mi jọ̀ọ́. It's on our Facebook page. I've told her to transfer everything to our YouTube. I don't know what's going on with our our Facebook page. You know, we are dealing with people that could report the page. We don't know. Our YouTube channel is Dorothy's Blog Original. You don't even know the other work in her life. And maybe you think it's one of those things. No, that woman went through more than what I'm even saying. I'm not even telling a story. I've not even told her story. I'm only talking about how to make her heal and move on. How to make her accept and a closure. She needs a closure. Or else she will continue to mourn forever. She needs a closure. She needs to leave. She's not hiding anymore. She's not going to be hidden. Kotoba wunyi, whatever you like, translate it to, interpret it to. And if it is your religion you are afraid of, I am not taking a religion from her. No, I am not. I don't interfere in what she does. She's a full-grown adult. I'm just a year older than her. So age group unewa. She knows what she's doing. Boy Joe, ẹ jẹ́ kó ní closure lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Don't condemn her. This is not the time to condemn this woman. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, she has mourned enough. 22 years is not a joke. Níbo lẹ wà? Ọmọ woman yìí ń sunkún lóru. Ǹjọ́ wo lòun máa fojú rí ọmọ òun? Ó ń sunkún lóru. Ṣóhun yìí máa rí ọmọ òun? Ó ń sunkún lóru. Kọ́rọ̀ tó dé stage yìí, ẹkún ò lẹ tún fẹ́ kó máa sun.
stop.
Oh, Damas, ta ló ń sọ̀rọ̀? Mo ti gbọ́ ma. I'm so sorry. Auntie, I'm sorry.
Just stop, please. I wonder how she'll be feeling. Àwọn èèyàn tó wà nídìí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀, Ọlọ́run máa dájọ́ fólúkálùkù.
Báńkà nìyẹn, wọn ò lè lọ scot free, mo ti sọ fún. Karma is there to serve everybody, whatever we do in this life.
Ló gbé ọmọ títí ẹ̀ fóṣù mẹ́sàn-án. Kí àwọn àgbà ọmọ, even tí wọ́n bá gbọ́ ọmọ lọ́wọ́ ajá, ajá gan ajá. Tẹ́ bá ti rí ibi tí àṣà ti fẹ́ gbé ọmọ ìdíyẹ rí. Tí àṣà bá fẹ́ gbé ọmọ ìdíyẹ yà á fo fẹ́ǹsì. Á bọ̀ sí èèyàn. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá judge Sister Dorothy. She's been through this for 20-something years. Ọlọ́run àbàtì wọn jẹ́.
Àmín.
Ọlọ́run àbàtì wọn jẹ́. Ọlọ́run á jọmọ lẹ́yìn wọn. Bàtà bẹ́ẹ̀ kò ṣe ń jọmọ lẹ́yìn ajá. Ọlọ́run á já àwọn ọmọ wọn lẹ́yìn wọn. Kí ló dé? Kí ló ṣe? Kí ló dé? Ní kò lè sá olè tún sẹ́ tún fẹ́ pa olè ní kí ló dé?
Inú wọn dùn ni, inú wọn dùn bí inú ẹ̀ ò ṣe dùn ni.
Kí ló dé?
Kó máa pè wọ́n lójoojúmọ́, kó máa rojọ́, kó máa sunkún.
Kí ló dé? Ẹrẹ jẹ́ tó ẹ ti fẹ́ rẹ pa. Kí ló dé?
Wọ́n fẹ́ kó máa sunkún gbogbo ìgbà ni. Àǹtí ẹ kúrò lórí show yẹn, má bínú mà. Ẹ kúrò lórí show yẹn mà. Ẹ kúrò mà, yes ma. So sorry ma. I should have give a warning ahead. I'm trying to hold myself too as an anchor of the show. Kí ló dé? Ó yẹ kẹ́ yọ̀ ni. You're supposed to be happy with her. She's coming out gradually out of her shell. Very committed and dedicated woman. Iṣẹ́ ìlú kọjú mọ́ now. Ẹ fílẹ̀, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Our page on Facebook, our story is there. Our story is there if you want to listen to it. This particular one, and there are some she released, I couldn't watch them. I couldn't. But if you have the strength, you can watch to catch up with the story. Even before it got to this stage, she has been trying to talk. The stories, she started it. I think it's been a while that she's trying to, sometimes I say, yeah, I say, honestly, there are times I don't just have the strength. I don't just have, I don't know. I just don't understand people. Allow people, please. When you're late, this is these are part of the things that made me who I am today. What my eyes see, waiting my ear hear, waiting I experience in my pains. How people add pains to my pains. At the end of the day, yes. Me, they run yala ya anybody, moment so. To ba gbe wa ma gbe pada fun e. Me, ni suru yen mo. Because I see that people, they rather see you sinking in pain and crawling. I refuse to crawl. I refuse to stay in the place of pain. I refuse. What did they? It took me 15 years. It will not. She has done 22 years. It will not take her another 1 year to be okay. She has mourned 22 years. You want her to mourn another 1 year? Say what happened. No, she's not mourning 1 day more. She's grieving in her heart. The pain is there in her heart. It is in her heart. Our loved ones stay in our heart forever. They stay in our hearts forever. Up till now, I still have that special place for my late husband, the father of my children. That special place is reserved for him forever and ever. Nobody can occupy it. The same thing, she has that place for that child. She was showing me the picture of the baby. The day she had that baby, she showed me the picture. I didn't even know what to say. I just held her hand and I say, yeah, Biji. Thank you, Mogoke. When she's ready, live, ajade. Mo ti sọ fún live ni kó wá sọ kíní yìí. Or if she wants to do recorded, whichever one is convenient for her. Because talking about it, tó bá lọ bá therapist, the therapist will sit down and the next question they will ask her, do you want to talk about this? It's backward you as a people. Most of our people. You are living in Stone Age. She will sit down, they will make her comfortable, offer tea or whatever she wants to drink, put it beside her, and ask her, do you want to talk? I have told you how this talking, if I knew, if I don't dey talk since. And for don't they talk since, whether I don't get myself together. But it took me, I remember the first day I was to come out and talk. No be me finish that talk. People following me then on Facebook will know. No be me finish that talk. Even the video, I could not. That was 14 years after going to 15 years. The video, I did not even have the guts to leave the video on social media. Instantly, na me post am, na me still delete am. Because I could not bear myself to look at it. That was, we are talking of 14 years old, and we are talking of husband, we are talking of child now too. As painful as husband or wife, a child. This woman has been crying 22 years. She has been crying. Titi, that was what I tried to tell her. I said, look, I said, I don't know about other people, but for me, I said, it's tough for me to watch those young. I can't. I had to call this place out yesterday because I needed it. I even reshared the video. I took it off my page. She has a right to feel that way. But I told her, I said, for people to listen to you, for people to understand you, to understand the story, even though, don't mention name, oh, I keep telling her, remember you are not to mention name. Nobody can take you to court for telling your story. You didn't mention their name. They have to prove it's their story. Did you put their picture? No. So it will be tough. Oh, yes. I said, take your time. If you have to talk, I want you to talk. There's no day you want to talk, you will not cry. But when you are hysterical, it makes it tough. It will affect people's emotions too. And they may just log off watching that video. And thereby, remember, we are trying to let people understand this story and to learn from it. People have to learn. Thank you, Ayo Samuel. They have to learn because there is a lot to learn from that story. Is it vulnerability? I went through that vulnerability stage where, remember, this is a reality channel. I will tell you as it is. There are stages a woman will get to at your vulnerable moments. Somebody that is not supposed to sleep with you will sleep with you. Yes. Except you are lying to yourself and you want to live a life of lie. Many of you have experienced it. Many are still going to experience it. That is why they tell women in their vulnerable moments to make sure they stay away, or if they can avoid the opposite sex coming around them. I remember that pastor I told you, widow pastor, ni wọ́n pé wọ́n máa ń ṣe, is into widowhood ministry. That pastor called me few weeks after, some months after, he came visiting, said, Sister, Aburo, he calls me Aburo. He said, I want to give you an advice. I said, for now, no man can touch you. You cannot allow man to touch you. He said, but the time is coming. If you are not careful, somebody that is not supposed to sleep with you will sleep with you. I say, how? If I don't agree, he say, you will agree. Because you are vulnerable. I didn't understand it then. I didn't understand what he was saying. I didn't know the implication. I don't know how big deal it is. It was then. He said, anytime, he said, good enough, you have a very big gate. And nobody can come into your house except they call you or they knock your gates. If you know that a man is coming, no matter who the man is, the man now started citing examples. He said, brother-in-law, he don't sleep with his sister-in-law because his husband died. He said, gatesman can sleep with a woman at their vulnerable moments. He can't cite different example for me. He said, so as you day, if you hear say man, they come, they want to come and visit. He said, you know why? Because they know you are alone, nobody to fight for you, and you are vulnerable. And there are some things they will do, you will not be able to say out. He says, so make sure you are wearing 4 tight boxers. I don't know if I've ever said this thing. I might say it as a joke, but it was actually true. I say, 4 tight boxers for what? He said, yes, 4 tight boxers. He said, you know why? I say, no, sir. He said, if the person wants to take advantage of you. He said if he's trying to make the move, by the time you remove one of your trousers where you dey wear, your sense no come back. Before you go do remove second one. He said before you get to the third or the fourth, you self go say, what am I trying to do? And you guide yourself together. He said, if not, I am promising you, you will sleep with people you're not supposed to sleep with, that you will regret. And you know what? It almost happened. Yes, it almost happened from somebody that I never, ever expect in my life. The person is likely to be watching my video. This person is very, very younger than me. He was a church member. We go to the same parish. He was having problem of accommodation. He needed help. Okay? And because our house was very big then, we are the only one living there. Downstairs is there nobody. We only live upstairs. We only keep stuff downstairs. I now told my husband, I say, boy omokunrin yi, the guy took us, me and my husband, as parents. He dare not look into my face when my husband was alive. So I said, can we help him? So we took him in. We gave him one of the rooms downstairs to be staying. Not only that, we gave him money to go to school, to know how young this Olori Buruku was. We were giving him money to go to school. My husband would buy him clothes. When he was still in school, anytime they are on break, my husband will make sure he's working for them. For him, paying him some salary, lead to them. Then I think when he was now done with school, my husband now employed him in the company he newly started then. It wasn't long that I started that company that my husband, we lost him. So this guy was working with him. If I tell you, I am like 12 or 13 years older than this guy, if I'm not mistaken, or more. Not less than 13 years, sha. So he was staying with us, we took him as our child, not even brother. But let's say junior brother. But we took him more like a son. So one day, Oroburuku. But by this time, if they tell me this thing where I won't talk, if they tell me this thing where I won't talk, I will say, Lila, it can never happen. So one day, after the incident of my late husband, because I wanted people around, I was supposed to have asked everybody to leave. That was eventually what I did anyway, but it was after some incidents. Maybe I should have done it long. Immediately that thing happened, I said everybody should go. But the fear of staying alone, the fear of how will I do it? Where will I start from? How can I do this? Am I going to be alone? That is the first fear when you lose somebody. So I didn't ask anybody to go. Because number one, you are not my family. Number two, I don't even have the money to continue to cater for you. Number three, a thought that came later. That place downstairs, I should have just rented it out and be collecting rent, which I did about 2 or 3 years later. I eventually cut the building into 2 and rented the backside. I think that was almost 3 years after. Rented it out because that was when I knew then, if I allowed them to continue to stay with me, they would destroy me. So one day, I was just coming out of my room when I met this boy. Yeah. Things that happen though. This my channel is reality channel, okay? I'm not here to pamper anything, and I don't owe anybody apology, or you want to come and say, hey, Kinikon, ori ni buru ni, from this story. So, any year, Timba sọ fún yín, ó wà ní Texas nsin o. So likely kó máa wo show mi, àbáwọn tán bá mọ̀. Mo ti sọ gbogbo ẹni tó ṣe búburú sí mi. Ní ayé ìgbà yẹn, gbogbo yín lẹ máa gbóòórùn ara yín nísìn. Níjọ́ bá rántí story yín, ẹ yá máa gbàdúrà kí má rántí. Kẹ́ máa gbàdúrà kọ́rọ̀ má dé bẹ́ẹ̀. Màmá fi ti yín ṣàríkọ́gbọ́n fún àwọn èèyàn kán má máa ṣèkà torí ọjọ́ ọ̀la. Because ẹ rò wípé ayé ọ̀tá mi máa parẹ́ nígbà yẹn. Ẹ ti rò wípé mi ò lè lóhùn mọ́ tí ò bá sí yẹn olórí burúkú yẹn. Anyway, to cut a long story short, because mo ti ń go kini pẹ̀lú inú ti ń bí mi, so let me calm myself remembering this story. So I was coming out of my room when I saw him coming from downstairs, and he said, "Mommy," to me, mo ní, kí ló dé, ṣó wà okay? Ó ní, yes, mo wà okay. Mo ní, okay. Ó ní, mo fẹ́ rí yín ni. He said, I want to see you. I said, I said, ṣé kò sí? Ṣé ń lọ? Ṣé kò sí wàhálà nǹkan? He said, no, ma, I just need to talk to you. I said, okay, oya. Ṣé ká sọ́nbí? He said, let's go inside. Because obi ọmọ ló jẹ́ sí mi, I was not suspecting anything. I now say, oya, I came in. I sat down on the chair in my room. I have another one. There's somebody, I sat one. I now said you should sat in the front of the one opposite me. He now sat in front of the one opposite me, said, something has been doing him. I even thought he was sick. I said, kí ló ṣe ẹ́? Ṣó wà okay? He said, yes. He said, something has been doing me. He said, yes, something has been doing me. Nǹkan tó ń ṣe ẹ́ sọ now. Ṣé kì í ṣe pé bóyá medically nǹkan kan ó ní normal? Kí wá ni? So, I don't know how to say it ni. Something is doing you, you don't know how to say it. You asked náà ni. I said, is it your mommy? He said, no. Your daddy? He said, no. Your work? He said, no. You and your girlfriend, because I know the girlfriend then. You and your girlfriend? He said, no. What is it? Say it now. At that point, I was getting... No, but sorry, me aji deo. Don't waste time, me say. Me, mo me my son. Okay, my son. Okay, my son. I will say it. Okay, I will say it. I say it. Whatever it is. I say something like they say in Yoruba. Yeah, or on to be cut or bebu. Now him be say, there is no how a something will be. You now need to use knife to cut it. So whatever it is, say it. He now said, sure, I will not be upset. I said I will not be upset. He said I should promise him. At that point, promise. I said promise. I said, okay, me ni binu, mo promise. He said, promise. Promise, eba mi promise ke fi nǹkan búra. Fi nǹkan búra, mo ní ṣó wà okay. Ìwọ ni mo ní ìjọbọ̀ta tó bá lọ́rọ̀ sọ jèrè. Because it's somebody that, while my husband was alive, we allow him to be very free with us. As in very, very free. We didn't take him out as an outsider. In fact, people did not know that he was not related to us. They didn't know. I'm sure till now, some people are still thinking he was my husband's brother. Nobody know how he was to us because we took care of him very well. He came from a very dysfunctional family whereby he said where he was sleeping on the passage of a house, that he grew up in a polygamous home. The father does not have money to take care of them, so he's always sleeping on the... So he showed me his body. As at that time, that was when I now said my husband should help him. If you see mark of mosquito bite and everything. Anyway, fast forward. Now I say talk now. He said, I don't know. I say you don't know what? I don't know. No, I don't know anytime I see you. Anytime I see you, see me. I even thought he wanted to tell me that he dreamt about me, whether something will happen. At that point, I can't just say, anytime you see me, kilo shele. Say, anytime I see you, my something is always standing on me. Don't repeat it. Oh yeah, ita. Immediately he went out. I slammed my door. I turned the key. Ara mi wá ń gbọ̀n, mo ní mo gbé o. Kí ni mo gbọ́ yìí? Mo gbé o. Ẹ gbà mí. Ṣé mo ń lálàá ni?